Hey and welcome to Tech Tips with Sold Out Media. I'm Amanda and today I got yet another Mantispod. Just recently you saw us test the Mantispod 2.0 and we didn't love it, but I think this might actually be a little bit of an improvement. I have the original Mantispod with me here, and just for a quick comparison, this guy here, the Pro version, costs $149, where this only costs $50. $50. The 2.0, the 2.0 was actually just $89 with the Pro head on it. We felt that it was a little bit plasticky. This one here weighs 334 grams. I think the 2.0 weighs 314, and this guy here comes at 250 grams. The max load capacity for the original is 2.5 kilograms. The 2.0 was only 2 kilograms, and this guy here is roughly a kilogram. I was going to say a gram, a kilogram. All right, let's see what we got in the box. Now that we got the comparison out of the way, I'll compare it in the field a little bit, of course. So inside the box, they always give you this, that you could win something or get a gift if you follow them. I didn't get an official gift. And then you are ready to create with the win challenge. Oh, they have a freebies challenge. All right, so here we go. Inside the box, what counts? You get, in this version, you actually get a GoPro mount. Thank you, Linus. I was like, what is this? Then you also have the actual tripod, Mantispod itself. And you get a sticker, as always. You get a little lanyard to hold on to it. And you have the oh so convenient, now that I have a million of them, Allen key for camera stuff. All right, so what makes this guy special? Especially since they literally just announced released the 2.0 just a few months ago. So you have your standard Mantispod with its standard Mantispod grip, but they actually say this has 5 different modes. So it's your tripod mode, it's your Mantispod hook mode, so you could do a briefcase mode, we have the selfie stick mode, and then finally you have the C-mount mode, or the extension mode. So you could use that in conjunction with the Mantispod or the tripod mode. But I mean, that's pretty cool. One of the things that we said compared to the original is like robust and tough. The 2.0 felt really plasticky in the hand. This is somewhere in between. It actually feels a lot more sturdy, but it is still lighter. Like I said, it's only 250 grams compared to this one here that's 300. One thing that I mentioned in the previous one was that I was really sad that it was missing the little cold shoe mount head. So you actually get an articulating tripod head with a cold shoe mount to it again. What you don't have is you don't have the remote that goes with it, with the 2.0, and you don't have the extra phone mount like that. Yeah. So overall, pretty cool. I think that what we'll do is we'll go into specs, we'll do some B-roll, and then we're going to take this out and test all of these magical 5 modes that this does, and maybe drag along the original. Honestly, the 2.0, we got rid of it. We sold it to somebody. It wasn't bad. It is what it is. It's a lot cheaper than this one, but yeah, let's see if this one here for 50 bucks is worth it compared to the original. All right, let's go. The Pgytech Caplock Mantispod Z. It has a ball head that does 360-degree rotation and has the Caplock system for one-step installation and dual design to add extra security. It is made of nylon plus fiberglass plus an aluminum alloy body. It weighs roughly 250 grams. The product can support a load up to 1 kilo, and when it's extended, they recommend the load be no more than 500 grams. Fully extended, the Mantispod is 540 millimeters. So I'm going to try the actual Mantispod feature. I realized if I put it in its full extension, this is the perfect spot not to try it. But I could actually adjust it down just a little bit here and still have a fairly decent Mantispod. Now, this is the EOS R with the wide angle lens on it, the 14 to 35, and I tested it with my 24 to 70, and that's just at the maximum limit of where you can actually go with this camera here, or with this tripod. So let's see, can I get that a little bit more like that? So from here, I'll turn the camera on, see what I look like here, start recording, and right away I see that it is too low to see me. But there I see me. And here is actually a perfect example of a place that I might want to extend it out with the Z mode. Do we want to have a debate on whether it's C or Z, Canadian versus American? But here the light is shadow on my face, so I can actually use the Mantispod feature, the Z feature rather. I'll take it down for a sec to do it a little easier. Extend this guy out like so. Now, like I said, the R with the 14 to 35 on it, f-stop 4, is just at the very maximum that you can use this. As soon as I put the 24 to 70 on it, you know, this only has a 1 kilo payload, and the 24 to 70 with the R body was way too much. It couldn't hold it. It started to sag in every position pretty much, except for the handheld position, the little, using it kind of more like this guy. I'll show you in a sec. Anyway, but so let's see here. Get my little mantis hook out, just like that. Come on, lefty. How does that go? Lefty tighty, righty loosey. Lefty loosey, righty tighty. So you really gotta, for this weight of the camera, you really have to get it to go. Now the other one's going. Let's see here if I can just adjust it a little bit more that way. Excuse me. Oh, if I let it hook, there's a little hook on the edge to catch it. All right, let me see. Okay. My face is still totally dark. Don't bring a reflector, but you get the point. I can actually bring it out a little bit more. There is a little hook on the lip of the edge of the mantis attachment. So this did actually catch and is holding all of its own volition. But I would recommend not doing it on a park bench where you can't use the full extension, because it's way safer if you can get these legs down further. I think it gives it a better stability point. Now the camera is shaking, but I think that's a lot because the bench is quite wiggly, and this is also a little wiggly. What do you think? What do you think? All right. One thing I have to say just while I'm sitting here, what I really liked about this particular Mantispod, that I had some complaints about the previous Mantispod, the 2.0, but both of these guys have the cold shoe mount adapter to them. Oh, hold on, there it is. The cold shoe mount. So that's like, I could put this tripod head on there instead of the one that's on there now. But what I can't do, I guess I can't really do it with this one either, but Pgytech's own phone mount is meant to be a quick release to the actual Arca Swiss style plate, these guys. Just sort of goes in like that. it doesn't work in the cold shoe. It doesn't work in the cold shoe mount. And when I grabbed the Ulanzi one, it was very tight. So I'm going to stop this recording and unlock it. Slide that out. And it does fit. It's just like, it's kind of tight for that mount. So it would have been neat in one way if this model came with a different iPhone mount, or phone mount rather. But as it is here, you actually have to screw it to the plate that goes in, just like you did with the old one too. You had to screw it. No, you didn't have to screw it on this one. you have to screw this one on the plate of this guy if you want to be able to have their iPhone mount in the cold shoe mount. But again, too, a lot of other companies make the iPhone with the cold shoe mount adapter. And I love that you actually have the action cam adapter here, or action cam holder with the cold shoe mount on it. So I can actually just pop the action cam on, no problem. There's a little locking mechanism there to make sure that it's going to stay in place. To release it, you have to push in on the cold shoe mount, so it's kind of a double lock. You just slide it in, snap it in, push it in to release it, lock it up so that you don't accidentally push it in and release it. So you get double safety when it comes to the cold shoe mount. All right, let's go test briefcase mode or something. All right, so now I'm in the underslung mode, the briefcase mode, and I'm going to try it both in with the R and with the action camera, and you guys decide what you like best. All right, let's go. Jake, focus on the net. Jake's the soccer guy. Come on, Dad. Come on, Dad. Nice. Yep, good. I'm ready. Woo! Yeah. All right, so this is how easy it is just to switch. I unlock the tripod, take out the R, drop in the action camera, lock it with the little lock toggle, and then chase after Jake again. Woo! Fives, Dad. 5-10. All right. All right. All right. So now I got it in sort of a selfie stick mode. Again, like I said, you don't want to put something heavier on the end of this than like the little 14 to 35 mil lens. But let's see how this works with the selfie stick mode. I'm going to just sort of walk around, maybe even read the sign over there to see what this place is. So also, you don't want it heavier because it's heavy, you know? It's heavy. All right, here we go. So this is actually just like I don't even know what this place is, but it's so pretty. Like, look how nice it is behind me. But it's just a little spot in our neighborhood where you can go check things out. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, I think it's all right. It holds up. Again, it's heavy with this. I'm going to try it with the action camera on it in a second, but we'll do some other tests first. Again, you could use it as a regular tripod mode with the camera anywheres, but here, if I wanted, like, if this wasn't perfect, this is where that Z mode sort of comes in, because I can just adjust it, see if I want it to be. The only issue I have is remembering righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. You know, like, what am I doing here? Let's see. Oh, let's see, I did it again. I did it backwards. And I love that it has a ball head too, because you could really get it where you want it to be. Oh, come on. The righty-tighty, lefty-loosey is going to kill me. I'm right-handed. I got to do this with my right hand, so I got to change my whole shot. I could do this smoother. Come on, man. Come on, Amanda. Okay. There. All right. Yeah, so now it's more eye level with me. I'm still not properly exposed because the sun went behind a tree, but you know, it is what it is. You can use it with this SED mode like this, and it's so absolutely easy. I will say that there is an element of practice you kind of got to have going on to use this, because like I said, I'm always grabbing for the wrong side, going the wrong direction with the thing. But you sort of got to get used to, hey Jake, you're on camera now. You sort of got to get used to how this comes apart and what angles you can sort of find the right balance. It reminds me a little bit of like playing with Ninja Turtles when I was a kid and trying to get them to like balance on their foot just the right way. You know, action figures, but you know, whatever. I did put the lanyard on there, but I don't know if I'll ever use it, but it's there. Maybe it'll come in handy someday. All right, I give you SED mode. And again, if I didn't have such a heavy camera on here, maybe it would be, yeah, you're there. You're also dark. Maybe it would be a little bit better, easier to adjust, like maybe with an M50 or an R50, but I wanted to go full on R, so I did. Okay. Final thoughts, I think, are next. All right. So there you have it. This is the Mantispod Z or Z, depending on where you live. All right. And I have it in what for me is the most comfortable mode with this size camera on it, but also probably one of the more common modes that we might use it in, you know, overall. So my final thoughts. Is it as good as the original? I think it's not really. The original is a beast. You can do so much, but it is kind of a neat gadget. Again, this comes in at a third of the price of the original one. The 2.0, I wouldn't even look at it. This is better than the 2.0 in my opinion. I think that this is a much better deal, especially since it's only $50. And if you're not gonna put a, you know, I could put like my R with the, even the R5 with the 24-70 on the original Mantispod, no problem whatsoever. But, you know, if you don't have a camera bigger than this, you know, if you're in any of the smaller camera ranges, you're going to be fine with the Z. So, yeah, I would definitely recommend it. It's fairly sturdy. I'm really impressed that it actually can hold at full extension this R. And again, you kind of got to get a little used to how it comes apart because it is a Z. So there's been a couple of times I tried to pull it one way and it wanted to go the other way. But yeah, look at that. Like, it holds my R like this. There's where it goes, you see? But if you really crank on it, a little bit. There it is. You see what I mean? It's really great that it actually can hold that, right? But it's better if you're going to have a smaller camera. I like it. I'm going to keep it. I'm going to keep playing with it and probably use it on different productions for different little things like microphones and stuff I want to stick around. But yeah, thanks for watching. If you guys have any questions or comments, you know, leave them down below. We love to hear from you guys. Sometimes we have a hard time getting to all the comments, and maybe if we get to a point where we can hire somebody to help us, we will. But thank you so much. We do read them all and appreciate them. Take care. We'll see you in the next one. And like and subscribe.